Okay, hey everybody, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Rodney Harris. Hope you're off to a good start to your weekend on this Friday. Man, it's cold, but it's really nice outdoors. You can actually see the live camera behind me. That's a look at Atlanta Airport. In fact, what we'll do here, let's take that full so you can get a better idea of what's going on out there. It's going to be a spectacular Friday here across Metro Atlanta. We do have some changes coming, though, in the 7-day forecast. We have a first alert that you no doubt already know about. That first alert is for next Thursday. And what I can tell you is as we start this weekend, it's going to be really nice. So there is that full image of Midtown Atlanta. Again, it's completely clear outside. You don't have to worry about any clouds today, any rain, anything like that. It's a beautiful day, but it will be cold. I say that, but the normal high is in the mid-50s, and we're going to be right around there, the low 50s this afternoon. So for December, it's going to turn out to be a pretty decent day. We are everywhere, by the way, with this weather update. We're on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on all of the Atlanta News First streaming channels. We're in the First Alert apps. If you have any questions specifically on Facebook, don't hesitate to ask. We know we have some changes that we're talking about for the week of Christmas, so I'll try to answer as many of those questions as possible. And I'm at this point just waiting for more people to log on to make sure that we are all set. But yeah, it's a great day today. Out the door right now, temperatures were at least, we started in the 30s, but we are starting to warm up here a little bit. It's 45 degrees right now in Atlanta. Ultimately, it'll get up into the low 50s this afternoon, which again is just slightly under average for this time of year, but all in all, it's going to turn out to be a good day. So let's fast forward to next week because that is our first alert. Our first alert is specifically next Thursday, but we're tracking two separate systems that'll impact us next week. The first will be on Monday. The system on Monday is really coming from the south. It's going to produce some rain for central and south Georgia. Don't really think we're going to see much on Monday. We do have a 20% chance of rain in the forecast, but we believe that most of that rain is going to stay south of Metro Atlanta. You'll notice an increase in clouds, but that should be a mostly dry day. And that's Monday. And then as we go toward the end of next week, getting closer to Christmas weekend, there's a huge Arctic blast that's going to come out of Canada. You can actually see the snow on Wednesday already in the northern portions of the country. And that's basically going to slide south and into North Georgia by Thursday. So here's what we're forecasting. Thursday is a first alert because we are forecasting some form of precipitation on Thursday. At this point, it looks like we could see a burst of snow in the mountains that would change over to rain as you get closer to Metro Atlanta. Snow, a mix, and rain, all possible throughout North Georgia. It's too early to tell exactly where the setup would be. But that's why we first alert. We want you to know that several of our model runs continue to show this scenario for Thursday before Christmas. So where exactly it would snow, rain, or just be a mix is too soon to tell, but we know that that is likely to happen, or at least possible next Thursday, obviously with the higher likelihood as you go into the mountains. So we want you to circle that on your calendar next Thursday because that's certainly possible. Looks like that would happen Thursday night. And then as we go into Friday morning, all that precipitation would be out of here. So no precip on Christmas Day itself, but the Thursday before Christmas, it's possible. That coverage right now, the rain chance, the precipitation chance is at 40%, and we'll continue to adjust that as the week progresses. After that precip moves through on Thursday, then it gets super cold for that Christmas weekend. These are the forecast lows for Saturday morning. This is the Saturday before Christmas, and we've had 3 straight days of model runs that have shown us dropping into the teens as far south as Atlanta that Saturday. The last time we dropped into the teens was 2018, January 2018 to be more specific. So it's been a while since it's been that cold. That is very cold air that we are forecasting again Saturday morning before Christmas and on Christmas morning. So keep that in mind if you have any plans that weekend. It'll be very cold. Here's a look at what you can expect on Christmas. So the normal high for Christmas is 55 degrees. Last Christmas, it was 69 degrees, okay? So it was pretty cold. It was pretty warm last Christmas. We were pushing 70 degrees. This Christmas, we're forecasting temperatures to only reach into the 30s at best. So it looks like most of us will stay in the 30s, or that's as warm as it'll get, not only for Christmas, but for that Saturday as well, Christmas Eve. So it's going to be cold next weekend. All right, we got some comments on here. Michael, thank you for joining the Facebook Live. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Happy holidays. Thank you, Marie, for joining from Monroe. We appreciate you. Tom, thank you for joining the Facebook Live. Again, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We'll make sure and get those questions answered for you as best we can. You know, really, today and through the weekend, it's looking fantastic. No issues whatsoever. But because there's the potential of some wintry precip late next week, and because we know that it's going to get super cold, that's why we're first alerting, because we want you to know that information well in advance. Make sure you're prepared for it. And as we do, we just kind of tell you about it at first. And then as we get closer to the event, it becomes more specific with the forecast. But at least you'll know starting Thursday, we are in for some real winter weather going into the weekend of Christmas. So I'm going to bring the screen back up and take you back outside live here to see if we have any more questions. But again, this weekend is looking fantastic. I'm going to sneeze. All right, sorry about that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Tom, thank you again for joining the Facebook Live. Let's see who else we have on here. Looks like so far so good. So I do want to point out that this weekend, even though it's not going to be as cold as Christmas weekend, it's still going to be super cold. So today, our highs are in the 50s. Over the weekend, our highs will only be in the 40s. So you're definitely going to notice that. In fact, we're going to drop to near or below freezing for Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, we drop into the 20s. So we're talking about like the super cold Arctic air that we're going to get at the end of next week going into Christmas weekend. But it's going to be cold this weekend too. So we're just in that pattern. A lot of you have been asking about the cold weather. Where is it? And it's here. It has arrived. So plan for that this weekend. But even though it'll be cold, it'll be a really nice weekend. No rain whatsoever for Metro Atlanta. It's hot, or it's not hot, but it's dry today and clear. We'll see clouds on Saturday, and then it'll be sunny again on Sunday. So much of the weekend is looking really nice across Metro Atlanta. Again, with that first alert as we head toward the end of next week. We are really doing well in terms of the drought. As you already know, we were in a drought for a good chunk of the fall. We are no longer in that drought. It's still abnormally dry, so any rain we could get, we will certainly take, but at least we're not looking at drought conditions anymore, which is certainly good. I'm just reading through your comments as we continue with the Facebook Live. Carlston, thank you for joining the Facebook Live, buddy. Happy holidays to you. It looks like that's it. So I'll do this for you one more time. Let's go through these temperatures for today. And we're updating your forecast constantly, so don't forget to join us for Atlanta News First at noon for the latest on your forecasts for today and going through the weekend. Here's kind of an idea of what we're looking at today. You can see we're still in the 40s right now. We will get into the 50s this afternoon. That's still pretty chilly, but by 2 o'clock it's 51 degrees, 53 at 3 o'clock, 50 at 4 o'clock. So we'll drop into the 50 or get up into the 50s for the early afternoon. And if you have any dinner plans tonight, by 6 o'clock it's already back into the 40s, 46 at 6, at 7 o'clock 43 degrees. So a good chunk of the day will be spent in the 40s. So today's one of those days where you'll need the jacket or the coat basically all day. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast to give you a better idea of what you can expect. This sort of lays everything all out for you at once. Again, today is looking good. This weekend is looking good. Just extra clouds on Saturday, but staying dry. Saturday highs are only in the 40s. The beginning of next week is also looking good. And there's that first alert I was telling you about for next Thursday, with the potential of a little bit of a wintry mix from the mountains as far south as Metro Atlanta, certainly possible. And then after that, just getting super, super, super cold. It looks like that's it for the questions. So thanks to everybody for joining the Facebook Live. Again, we hope that you have an amazing weekend. We'll keep you up to date on our first alert right here on Facebook, on our social channels, and both of our apps. And don't forget that if you are watching us on Facebook or our social channels and you don't have our apps, download the Atlanta News First app and the First Alert Weather app. That First Alert Weather app is super important because we actually go in there and update that information ourselves. So when you're looking at that hourly data, that's myself, that's Ella, that's Jennifer, Cutter, Fred. We're doing that ourselves. We're also putting a lot of videos in that app for you to keep you up to date on what you can expect, not only for Thursday with the first alert, but also for the Christmas weekend. So no snow for Christmas itself. Christmas Day will definitely be dry, but it will be very, very cold. The teens to start your Christmas with the 30s for highs, and we'll keep you up to date on that in the apps. Until next time, we'll see you soon, and everybody have a great weekend.